more boost.
You shouldn't have added the power. Hi, I'm Robert from Forest Performance, and we are at Paris Drag Strip for Camp Wars today. And we're gonna do, well, it's for tomorrow, but today's a testing tune for it, Friday. And it kind of rained a little bit, so it's kind of cool weather. Trying to dry track off. We're getting some testing tune passes here tonight. But I want to update you a little bit on how the truck got here, because last time we were talking about the truck, it was broken. I had bent connecting rods. This is all 8 pistons and rods out of the LY6 6-liter that got bent. These 3 are more or less straight. All 5 of these have got crooked wear patterns, one side or the other, because the rod was bent, okay? Some of the rods are bent like this one is bent in this direction. Other ones are bent in kind of an S pattern, and some of them are just bent in a bow. But 5 bent ones and 3 straight ones. I damaged some valve train, and I definitely shattered a rear axle, a factory rear axle. We got a 14 bolts in the back now. We got touched up the 4L80, rebuilt 4L80, changed the turbo, went smaller in the turbo, got a 78, 75 turbocharger on here now, a little bit faster spooling turbocharger. The engine, the LY6, we bent the 3 or 4 connecting rods on that. That was part of the ticking we were having. So we took that out, have a 200,000 mile 6.2 aluminum motor out of a pickup truck. It's a new to us 6.2 liter with a drop valve seat on the intake valve on one of these 823 heads. But it didn't drop very far, just tapped the piston a little bit. There's the tip tap for the valve seat right there. So we took the 823 heads off the LY6 and put them on this 6.2, and here we are. So, changed cam too. We have a bigger camshaft, bigger camshaft, smaller turbo. We're doing it all wrong, but like they say, every cam's a turbo cam, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, we got it all put back together now, and we're running about 50% E. We're gonna run about 20 pounds of boost, up to maybe 20 pounds of boost. I got a couple of different settings in the ECU. Oh, also changed the ECU. We took the factory ECU out, and now we have a Cyvex S7. So Cyvex is a pretty cool ECU. We have a lot of customers that use them on import half-mile cars and drag race cars, roll race cars. It's really popular on exotics. So that's the computer update, and at the same time, that computer update required a dash update. So, in addition to changing the ECU, I took the factory dash cluster out, which is kind of a drag because it doesn't say I have 315,000 miles anymore. We replaced it with this Plex 7-inch display. So this is a really cool display. I could program any of the features I want on the display, change it with a knob in the center console, and every one of those pages is programmable by me. So I can make them say whatever I want, switch between the ones I want. I got 2 calibration control knobs. So this is power calibration changes and boost pressure and timing. This is traction control changes. So I can change all of these. You got a boost, you got a burnout setting, got a slick track setting, got a sticky track setting, got a low power setting, and can just step it up. 12 different settings on the power level, 4 different settings on the traction control knob, and just gonna have some fun. We're just trying to shake the car out, sort it out, get some solid passes on it. 2 weeks ago, we were out doing the same thing. We had a pretty good result. just still learning the CCU, I loaded the same, I thought I was making changes, and I just kept not making changes. We weren't loading them into the computer. I'm still a new user on Cybex. Kept running the 7.6 over and over and over again, and it's because I wasn't loading the right stuff into the computer. Anyway, I'm gonna try harder and do a better job tonight and see what happens. So tag along, we'll see what happens.
Needs more boost.
All right, fair. I didn't see any times.
He didn't load it up on the line. He didn't, get up and boost and get up on the stall.
Yeah.
He just kind of went, but I still think we're just going to turn it up.
Yeah.
Okay, couple of things. Always remember to turn the logging switch on. It's going to hold a lot more power than the first setting.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, that was pretty obvious.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and up that and just hot lap it. Everything's cool. Transmission's cool. Intercooler's cool. Everything's cool. So just going to make another pass. Okay, so we'll get to look at that log. So adding that power just totally said, no, not gonna do it right there. I don't know what that looked like from where you were sitting at, but that was a bunch of going nowhere right there.
How much boost was it making on the brake?
I don't know. I was looking at the tree. Those are really similar settings to what we ran at Redline a couple of weeks ago, and it ran the 719 at 102.
Yeah.
So
like a 1.760
with a 1.760 foot. That is some no prep going on out there today. So the last two passes, I was really not happy at all with the traction control settings. I did open the log up, and I had way too much wheel spin allowable as I progressed from low speed to high speed. I need some wheel spin in the first column of vehicle speed, and that really dropped down. So it really needs to kind of do this. And we had way too much. I guess we loaded something different today, testing it on the pad at the shop, and it's not working here at all. So I went back with what I know works really good. Allow what you want to allow on the hit, and then really bring it down really quickly. So I made that adjustment, and I put the horsepower back into it, and we're going to see what happens now. We'll see if the traction control lets it stick. This is not sticky. It'll be interesting because they're going to run Camp Wars tomorrow. There's going to be some really monster power cars here. I'm going to be really interested to see how they handle that. I mean, we're able to see some problems with it because we have a heavy car with crappy tire, 300 tread wear, 285 highway tire.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is just a normal grandpa tire, and so that, but this is the fun part of it for me, is trying to make that work. But I want a normal looking car that doesn't do normal stuff.
If you put it in the right switch.
You think it did?
I hope so. Because that looked really good.
Yeah, it looks good.
We'll see.
Way better.
Yeah?
Half a second better, 6 or 7 mile an hour better. So that was like a 750 at 101.9 or something like that.
750 at 101. Okay.
So
Let's see if we can get a shot of that. Oh yeah.
So the 60 foot's still kind of soft. So if I had those 2 tenths and then I turn the boost up a little bit more, I'm back to my 719, and we just keep pushing it. So far so good.
Yeah.
I think I figured out how to get a little bit of traction on this track. I'm just going to keep pushing it a little bit and see what happens. So. All those people at the line, everybody's been waiting for so long for the lanes to open back up again. I was like, you know what? I was going to do the long version of burnout. Not because I need it, but just because. So I love that, man. That was awesome.
The smoke from that lingered for so long.
Good. Okay, so we made a handful of passes here tonight, experimenting with the traction control, trying some different settings. First few things we tried did not work, but we kept trying. It's a really greasy track. The prep is kind of nasty tonight because they're getting ready for a no prep event tomorrow. So it's just not very prepped. So, but eventually we got it to some settings that let it stick, got some traction, finally got a reasonable pass out of it. Just a couple hundred shy of 101 mile an hour, 750 at 100.96. So I'm on pace with what I want to run for mile an hour. Short times need to get a lot better, but they're not going to get better here tonight. So I'm not going to keep bagging on it, but we are going to keep pushing on it and going forward with it because that's what we're doing. So boost on. That's always fun because you never know what's going to happen.
Here it goes. 2 very inappropriate vehicles.
So we were going to stop and put it up, but we changed our mind.
Look like the truck ain't got Tahoe.
Did not take that boost I added. It did not take that boost I added. We shouldn't have added the power.
Did it get sketchy in second?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
It got sketchy and then it didn't want to hold on to it. I was staying in it and I'm like, I'm crabbing down the damn track. So I lifted.
It needs more control.
It wasn't controlling enough. It wasn't slowing it down enough. And then I lifted. Now I was like a mile in front of that guy. So I just kind of lifted and I was just rolling down the track about half throttle or whatever.
Yeah.
Whoa! Then the hot flyby thing on. What was the light there? We didn't get any times.
It red lit
On him.
but on his side, I thought you pushed through.
I was pushing through.
I know.
But it didn't. I was like, it's gonna red light. It's gonna, and it didn't. And I was like, it's gonna red light. It's gonna red light. I was like, I must have been really deep. That must have been really short.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah, because you got up on it and it wasn't
It was
going.
pushing. I had
So
all that
you let
fucking
off and
boost in
got
it,
on it
man.
again.
I had a lot of boost in it. It came out. It came out spinning on the traction control.
5 minutes later.
Found the limit
Okay.
of the track pretty.
Rear wheel speed 141.
Holy shit! At the end of the track?
At the second gear shift. It did second and then third. Yeah, look, spin target 7.3, wheel spin 81.
Yeah, so how much? Oh, come back a little bit. Come back a little bit on your scroll.
It's not doing any controlling. Look.
Go back towards the start of the spin. Maybe it just gave up. No, it's not doing anything.
It's not doing anything. I have it in the ones.
I just looked at it. Why did you change that?
You do the burnout in one.
Oh, God.
You do the burnout in one.
There's too many switches for you in here, man.
It's getting there. Yeah. That's 2 switch problems today.
I mean, in your defense, it's a new system. You gotta get used to it.
And I really did want to drink beer instead of making it a pass. Okay, another problem observed.
He didn't take it out of the burnout traction control setting. So we're looking at it, we're like, it didn't do anything.
I said, it's not even, it is targeting 8. Why is it let it do that? Oh,
it's targeting 8, but it's not pulling any torque. Like,
yeah, because it's not in a control setting.
So that was all the sauce with none of the traction control.
Ah, damn it. You absolutely had him.
Oh, yeah.
Spun the whole way through first gear and second gear. Not enough.
Okay, but that'll be good data for us.
Really good data.
Yeah.
I know what to do now. I'm glad we made that. One more pass.
And on that note,
Now we're done. Boosthoe.